Sunday night on Nightcap with Erica is all about modern day Madam CJ Walkers that are taking the black hair care industry by storm. First, we have the amazing Ayo Ogun, CEO of Soul Tanicals. She's the bomb. Then we have Grace Eleyae, whose products make you want to slap all your friends. That's satin line caps, of course, on Nightcap. Hey, it's Erica from the south side of the Chi, and I just completed the 2020 census. If you're not counted in, you'll be counted out. And I don't know about you, baby, but I want to be in, not out. What are you waiting for? Take the census. Go to 2020census.gov. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday and welcome to Nightcap with Erica. I hope you all are ready for a really cool, fun, and informative show. If you're an entrepreneur who's always dreamed about starting your own business and really making things happen for yourself, you don't want to miss it. If you're a Black woman who just has some creative ideas and you really don't know how to focus and what to do, how to get it done, you need to be here. And if you are a natural hair girl and you are trying your best to look sexy and beautiful every day, you already know about these two CEOs that I'm talking about today because their brands, Soul Tanicals and Grace Eleyae, are two of the most sought after brands that are on this planet. So I'm very excited to have them here today. But before we get started, I want to definitely shout out some of the small businesses that, always show me love. So let me, I like to do the small business shout outs. If you're here on the show, let me know what you're drinking. Because of course, one of my shout outs is Creative Click Cocktails, Black owned company, girl on the south side of Chicago, will mix up your drinks if you tell her what you love and what you want. So I got that. Then my funky t-shirt for this kinky girl. See that? I wore that today because I am a kinky girl. It's Shirley Shirts. So we got to show him love. Wait a minute. Did I take my banner away? There we go. So we got Shirley Shirts. Then I got So Rebellish custom made earrings. Shout out to So Rebellish. Show them some love. On my lips, I have Poised Beauty Life. Poised Beauty. Yes. Another Black owned company right here in Chicago. And this one, I got to show y'all this. Let me move my computer back a bit. This was delivered to me, right? This case, and it is from a company based here in Chicago on the south side. One of my let's say one of our seniors, I don't like necessarily using the word seniors, even though sometimes they do, Starlight's lady sent me this. Let me show you what's inside. She handmade me a personalized glass with my logo on it. Nightcap with Erica Watson. Isn't that fly? That is so dope. These actually have real Swarovski crystals. Swarovski, you rich people know what that is. I don't know what that is. I said it wrong. But what's cool about this is that it even came with a letter of authenticity. Like, this woman is the real deal, and she's right on the south side of Chicago. So she gave me this certificate, Nightcap with Erica from Starlight's Fine art glasses. And she put her signature on it. And she even let me know that this glass is expensive enough that I can get it insured and that my insurance, I can pay for coverage for this glass. So that's some real shit. Okay. Damn. I hate to put my little cheap liquor in this glass. Because normally that's what I'm drinking, cheap liquor. But today I got Creative Click Cocktail. So I'm going to pour that in here. So y'all make sure y'all support her. I'm going to send Starlight's lady a request for her to come on my show and get interviewed. So if you're watching the show, let me know what you're drinking. And that's so cool. I got my own glass with the crystals. Thank you so much. Cheers. All right, guys. And lastly, as usual, feel free if you like to tip your stripper, Miss Pound Cakes. You see, tonight I changed my name to Nightcap with Erica. I'm always known as Miss Pound Cakes. That's my stripper name in my head. I'm just this amazing pole dancer in my head. But since I'm interviewing these very sophisticated entrepreneurs tonight, I decided not to be known as Miss Pound Cakes. We're gonna get rid of that name tonight. I'm gonna be Nightcap with Erica. But feel free to tip Miss Pound Cakes if you like. She's always around. Okay, guys. So my first guest tonight is the owner and CEO of an amazing company called Soultanicals. Let me tell you, first of all, her marketing and packaging for her brand is some of the best that I've ever seen. Even the names of her products. Right here, we got Knot Sauce. Ain't that fly? Y'all can't see me. Look at that. Knot Sauce. Then let me make sure I show you another one. We got so many. Knot Proof Hair Glide. You better work. But her branding is so beautiful. The marketing is gorgeous. And I just think she is a breath of fresh air to the marketplace. We need more entrepreneurs that are like her. So let me bring up Ayo Ogun. Let me bring her up.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. How are you?
How are you?
It's good. I am doing well. It's night. It's Friday. I mean, it's Friday. What day is it? Sunday.
It's Sunday. But it feels like that because tomorrow is a holiday.
Right.
And I don't know about where you are, but people are outside here in Chicago like it is full on the 4th of July. They are kicking it.
No, we're in the burbs, so I don't even. It's quiet. It's always quiet over here.
Well, I wish I was where you were because my neighbors are having a ball. I'm gonna put your information up here while we're talking, so everybody can see. So thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
As I said, your products, if they're on a shelf, they call you to them. The coloring, the design, everything that you put into it.
Yes.
Is that just a reflection of your personality and your personal aesthetic, or what was it that drew you to that?
Absolutely. I feel like, people that want to enter a business, you got to be very intentional. Your business is a representation of who you are. And it's easier to market that way because you're talking to your core consumers, you're talking to who your soul is. That's why it's Soultanicals. But I just wanted to infuse all of the things that I love and with that actually resonates and speaks to my soul. That's colors, that's design, that's African, culture, which is where I'm from. My parents are Nigerian born, and I'm first generation Nigerian American. And I always wanted to, I know that, people sometimes when they enter the marketplace, whatever marketplace, it can be in clothing or beauty, you sometimes feel that it's already saturated. I say no, come in being you. There's always one only replica of you. So you can infuse that into your marketing, your brand, and start a business. But that was very intentional. I wanted to stand out from the marketplace and also, of course, offer quality ingredients.
Absolutely. It's so beautiful. But I'm sure, do people tell you that all the time, like how much they love your
I'm happy.
You got a winner.
Thank you. I'm so happy because I'm like, it resonated. Yes. And that's when you know that, you've offered something that's authentic. So, yes.
Yeah. So tell me, when did you start the company and what inspired Soultanicals?
So I started the company in 2012. Actually, I did research 2009. So I didn't launch until, it was 3 years later that I officially started.
Okay.
So in 2009, I was like, okay, I worked for a company called Warm Spirit. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. They're like a MLM, but for skincare. It's a black MLM company.
Okay.
It was like the Avon, the black Avon, sort of. So they had like, beauty products and hair care and skincare products. And, one day I had an open house and I was like, because I like their products. And I, was like, I wanted to represent a company that stood for something And it was, of course, the CEO is a Black woman. I'm like, yes, and they had products that smelled good. And we had like, not online, excuse me, home parties. So I was selling the products, I sold like over $1,000 worth of products in a home party. And then when I got my commission check, it was like $100.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, okay, let me do this, because I like to sell, products that work, that are authentic, and that. And what I did like about the company was that it offered women a chance to start their own business without actually, investing in the whole behind the scenes. But we'll talk about that another, later on. But I wanted to, I was like, I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna do my research because I always wanted to be in business. That's one thing. Then I wanted to find out, what do I want to do in business. I love beauty. I love hair care. Since I was a teen, I always made DIY products for my skin, for my hair. And then I had girls, and I was like, okay. So my first daughter inspired me to like create a product that's gonna work, that detangles and moisturize. So that's how I discovered my niche, because I was like, I'm into beauty, I'm into DIY. How can I do this on my own? So I did research for 3 years. I wanted to formulate. I didn't have a chemistry background. Actually, now I feel like I am a chemist.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, you are.
Listen, my goodness. Formulas, I dream them of them, and the numbers, all of that. But I was like, let me study this. Let me go. Barnes and Nobles was my teacher. I didn't go to school. I sat in Barnes and Nobles with my children in tow. And we just, every weekend, I was writing notes. I still have my notes. I have my books, my handwritten notes.
Wow.
Like phones where we had phones, but they didn't have like the note app section. So it was like handwritten. So that's like valuable to me. I keep that. But I wrote down notes, and I was like, let me try out some formulas and products. And the why pretty much was, I wanted to offer something that was different, unique to the marketplace. I wanted to stand out. I wanted to infuse myself into that, like we talked earlier, into my culture, into my branding. And I know I had a product that was effective because I used it on my daughter, myself. And one of the main things that African American women face in hair care is detangling issues and lack of moisture. So those were my two core things that I was working on to kind of solidify. And I'm grateful that the first round, not the first round, because we did testing, I did free samples. Actually, I did have another business before Soultanicals. It was called Natural Hair Calendars. I was in the hair care business before that. It was like, I had a blog. I talked about everything natural hair. And then I started to do a calendar because we didn't have apps then. So it was like, how can we document their hair journey? So I wanted a tool that women could use to document their routines. That was at the peak of when women wanted to enter the natural hair industry.
Right. So, everybody was doing the big chop, and then everybody wanted to see what the growth was.
Right. And then people wanted to go on hair growth challenges, but they didn't keep track of it. They're like, so I wanted to provide an organized space where people can do that. So I had an actual calendar. I wish I remembered I would have showed it to you. I still got my replica of it. And we had stickers where you can put all your stickers when you started your wash day, your conditioner. And it's so cute, but now everybody's all technology oriented. Yeah. So I totally understand. Maybe an app will come out for that. Who knows?
You never know.
Yes, because I'm always in creative mode, always.
Yes. So. Well, first I'd have to ask you, what are you drinking? Because I know you have the nightcap.
I have some rosé here. Black Girl Magic. It's a Black-owned wine company. What is the name? I don't have the bottle in front of me.
Is it is it Chicago based?
Is it a B? Start with a B.
No. There are a couple different, because I'm planning on having some of them on my show.
Okay.
There are a couple Black-owned wine companies that Black women own, so I'm definitely going to show them love in June.
Okay, I'll definitely put face with you.
Yeah. So, but if you think of the name, tell me.
Yes, very premium. I mean, totally impressed. I get rosé from them, and I get what's the sweet one? Moscato or something like that. I get that.
Prosecco, yeah. I'm not a real drinker either, but so I never know the names and stuff. But every time I have a cocktail. But I'm just happy to see so many Black female entrepreneurs that are jumping out here doing what they want to do. But I'm hoping people that are watching this and listening notice all the preparation. They see the outcome. They see Soultanicals in all the major stores, and they see you now.
Right.
for all the research that you did, the fact that you got notebooks and books you read. I think people think you just make up a company name, go get the LLC maybe, and then put a product out and everybody's gonna buy it.
Exactly.
And that's not how it goes.
No,
Yeah.
that is not even how it goes in the present moment. Okay. Like there are tons and tons of expenses always. And I'm actually at a crossroads in my business where I feel the need to pivot into something else. And I want to be able to offer my services to women. I want to be able to teach. That's where I'm leaning more towards now. We're one of the fewest hair care brands that still manufacture on our own, but it's very taxing. It can be stressful. It's easy sometimes to just, get a manufacturer to make the product for you and then you just sell it, but we came up with a formula from start. So we wanted to keep that same quality integrity. So we manufacture from the hand, but we're at a crossroads where, demand has increased and it is actually outweighing what we can do on our own.
Wow.
So we're there right now, but at the same time, I still want to stick at the beauty industry. I still want to still provide products, but I want to teach. I want to share. I want to, especially up and coming women. I see a lot of people like, I want to start this. How do I go about it? I still do my market research online. I see what questions are being asked. And people want to know. Sometimes it's basic questions and people don't know that it's like, this is some things you can do right now. You don't need a ton of capital, but there is a lot of work. You got to put that work in. You definitely got to put that work. And if you have a good work ethic and you have positive energy and you believe in yourself, that's key.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. That's one thing I always know. I was like, okay, I know I'm creative. I can come up with a name of a product like that, and I know, I want it to be catchy and how it could vibe with my customers, and I can do that well. So find out what you can do well and incorporate that into your business. That way it doesn't seem like it's just hard work all the time and it's boring. That's why I'm still here almost 8 years into the business. It could be officially over a decade if I counted the time I did my
research.
Because that research, you're still formulating, but you're not selling, but it still work, But
absolutely.
Yeah. So
what if you could do it over again, were there mistakes that you made in the beginning that now, since hindsight is 2020, is so clear when it's after the fact, right? What is there anything you would have done differently, or are you happy even for the mistakes that were made?
You know what? I was gonna say yes, there's things I could have done differently, but I am happy because it allowed me to, shift. When you make mistakes, it provides a growing field for you. It provides a place for you to shift yourself and to learn from your mistakes and actually to be bigger. That's how, anything in life, the mistakes that you make in life, you can call that mistakes. Maybe that's just God's way of telling you this is how you gotta do it, because sometimes you're a little hard-headed. But anyhow,
yeah,
it was like what I did was I used to focus a lot on other brands, and I did focus on brands that were doing it really big. I'm talking about like the Pantenes and the L'Oreals and stuff like that. I wanted to see how they did it because it was just like, that's where I want to go. So I would look at what they would do and they would be like, 50% off any other day. And I would do that. I would have sales like every week, not realizing, listen, like, you're manufacturing this on your own one. Your budget's not like theirs.
Yep.
There was so many losses. And then I was using quality ingredients. They're not cheap. So I was like just doing sales and happy for the sales, but then realize when you have to go ahead and buy these, materials and all of the stuff that goes into that, it's like, oh, wow. So I took a major loss. I lost a lot of money initially in the business because I wasn't doing it the right way. And then that's why I want to step into the teaching field so that I can show, start correct from the beginning. But you're going to still make mistakes. You can't, nothing, because there's going to be something that I miss, because there's going to be a lesson for whatever individual brand maker to have in order to step in fully into who they are and how they are going to do business and how they are going to service their customers. So,
right.
For me, that was definitely that. I had so many sales. Then I ended up gaining a reputation for for being one of the slow shippers. Like, oh my God, they take forever. But it was, if I was,
the customers will let you have it, man.
Right.
It's almost like, and I want to talk to you about that too. I hate, sorry to cut you off. We can go back to that, but I sometimes feel like we are so hard on ourselves, more harder than we are on other people. And I try to take it into consideration. I know I'm buying from a small business. I know I'm buying from an entrepreneur that's probably, she's making this shit at her house. Maybe she does have a commercial kitchen somewhere, but more than likely she's in the basement or she has a room in her house that's for this product. It might take a little longer. It might cost a little more, but the goal is for me to have her back so that she can expand and do the things she want to do. I don't understand why more people don't feel that way.
Right.
You know, it's just kind of like, give our entrepreneurs a chance. That doesn't mean be sloppy and treat your customers horribly, but you can tell when an entrepreneur is focused and trying to do right by you.
Yes.
Versus somebody that is just willy-nilly and doesn't care. I don't know. I wish more people would take that in consideration. So I'm sure they were reading you, man, online. Okay. You were relationship and stuff.
That actually, see, and if they didn't though, it wouldn't have prompted me to be more transparent. Like I created a YouTube channel. I was like, let me be transparent with my customers. In all my newsletters, I'm like, sorry, I don't know how many times I'm gonna tell y'all sorry, but listen, I understand y'all like, Amazon kind of mess it up for a lot of people. People are used to getting stuff in 24 hours or even the same day. Not anymore. See, now Amazon's going through, you know what I'm saying? But, I was like, let me be transparent with my customers. Then they got to know who I was. So my core customers know who I am. And there's a ton of them, nationwide, international. They know this is quality products. I tell them, from the start, this is very quality. It's fresh. It's handmade. We used to start from our house, but now we have a commercial space. But still, it's still you're still getting that same quality. I'm still using the quality ingredients. I'm not using cheap oils. I'm getting my materials from all over the world. So, we were dragged in the beginning, but, and then another thing was that I presented myself and I presented my business as being almost like a major thing, because I paid attention to marketing. That's what I love. I love design. I love that background. So everything looked like, oh, she got she must have a corporate headquarters. No, I didn't actually. That corporate design was actually in my, my kitchen.
Right.
But
it's like you make your stuff look too good sometimes.
Yes. So they were just
then
like,
people see, they're like, oh, she got this. And you like, but it's like that was my show. There are things I do I do this all by myself. And I'm not saying that my show is so spectacular, but for an internet show, it looks good. And because of that, people will think I got stuff going on. And I'm like, this is grassroots. This is me booking my own guests, writing up everything, pitching stuff. Like I create the promo for it. I design the show. I do all the editing. It's not like I have an assistant on the other end switching stuff. When I switch to you by yourself, that's me on the keyboard directing the show. So give, I'm pleading my own case. Y'all, give entrepreneurs a break, damn it.
Listen, because presentation is everything,
It is.
Like, when you approach me too, I'm like, okay, let me check out what she does and stuff. I'm like, wow, it looks very professional. You give people that first impression. So that's how people would be drawn to you. And that's important. So that's why I wanted to definitely convey. And so it did work, but then they like, okay, now can it match? Can you deliver this like tomorrow? So I had to be very transparent. And I'm always, they know, they be like, I even have people like, do you have to repeat this all the time? I'm like, yeah, because I do have new customers. It's always new customers. Every year since we've started 8 years ago, our business has quadrupled or tripled, depending on the numbers and the customers. And we haven't slowed down ever. So and now we even in talks and negotiation for a new major retailer next year, but I can't say anything yet because,
because the fact that you're in major retailers, that is awesome. The fact that I just want to say kudos to you.
Thank you.
That you're in major retailers. I read in a couple different places, so I'm assuming that the facts are true, what they're saying, that you're operating a 7-figure business now.
Yes, we definitely have. We have definitely garnered multi-7.
Honey, let me drink. Can we drink today? Where your rose at? Honey, yes, girl. Wait a minute. Do y'all understand that 7-8 years ago, this woman had just finished doing research, started a company, and lost a lot of money and had folks online talking trash because she wasn't delivering fast enough. And now she's in major stores and operating a 7-figure business. And now, goddamn it, hey, that
with 6 children.
Oh, she got 6 babies. Now wait, though, you got 6 babies. Do people judge you when you're too busy to comb their hair?
No, No. Well, I don't know. They haven't expressed it to me. But they know, the people in my life know how busy that I am, that there's no judgment. They know like what goes into it because I've expressed that. Like they know I'm not very present all the time. Like I'm
Yeah.
always doing business, but they're very, very, supportive. So the people that I know, I don't know anybody else. But again, if I'm going out, we're gonna make sure we represent the brand. Everybody.
Right.
Okay.
Like your kids are walking billboards for
Yes,
Sultanical.
we have
So
to.
they look real busted. People like, I'm not buying that product. That baby hair ain't even combed.
Exactly.
But it's hard though.
Everybody. I don't care. Bill Gates to the whoever you think. Beyonce. Real life happens. Okay. I'm
It
sure
sure does.
diapers too. So
Yes. Wow. So
yeah.
let me ask you, because I have, like, when I announced that you and Grace were going to be on the show, so many of my friends that are entrepreneurs hit me up. So they're all tuned in. And I know across the board with a lot of my friends that have businesses that are like yours, they're product based. They're a couple, they maybe got to that 3 or 4 year mark now where things are picking up. And they're like, I cannot meet the demand. What do I do? Do I go ahead and start getting somebody in China to manufacture this? What do I do? Should I change my product offerings? I don't have no money to hire no damn assistant. How am I going to do this? Tell me about that process for you when it was finally one day where you were like, wait a minute, I can't do another mixing bowl. I got to figure something else out.
I am there now. Okay. So this is what I'm going through right now. I'm like, okay, because listen, when we first started the business, I had so many SKUs. I had so many products. I wanted to produce and create so many things. It's fun creating from a handmade space, a small batch space, when you're doing it for a selective few people, couple of hundred or whatever. And when you're doing that, when your customers reach the thousands, the multi-thousands, and all over the world, that's when you really have to make the decision. What is ultimately gonna make you happy? That is the key thing. That's what I'm going through right now. What will make me happy? Will it make me happy to scale and manufacture widely and just be able to provide my products to customers everywhere because they really want it and need it, and I'm providing a resource, a service to everyone? Or do I just want to keep my core customers, keep it small? I want to infuse my love and my time and my quality and all of that. It's still going to be quality when you do wide scale if you pay attention. But if it's something that you just want to keep it really small and you just want to keep your core customers and you know who they are, they know who you are, you don't want to expand, you have no dreams of that, you have to figure that out. You have to speak to yourself, talk to yourself, write down, take notes, whatever it is that you do to make a decision and figure out what it is that you want to do. In terms of that, either scale or not. And no decision is a bad decision, because this is your quality, it's your work, it's who you are, it's what you want to, bring to the marketplace. And not everybody should scale, not everybody should, stay small either.
Yeah.
And it all is dependent on who is behind the CEO. So for me, I do want to provide my products everywhere. I have already, even when I was smaller. I do have core customers, but I've already done reached the limit. So it's beyond me saying, oh, I want to keep my core customers only. So because that still would be stress if I still maintained it at the same rate that I am. So, there are decisions that they're going to be made. We're going to make announcements and everything, but of course we already made our products available in stores and stuff. So it's just the logistics behind maintaining quality and still being able to give everybody everything, the things that we have. We'll start small because in the beginning of my business, I had over maybe 60 something products. I wanted to do body scrubs and, of leave-in conditioners, different fragrances. People, that's the one thing. When you start, you're like, oh, I love summer fragrances. I love bakery fragrances. I love citrus flavor. I want every flavor. I want everything. I want everybody to have that because we all start with we like Bath and Body Works or stuff. They got all these different. We don't have the budget, okay? So we start, and then we have authentic customers who spread the word. Bath and Body Works have marketing. They can just deliver a commercial, and people are like, oh, I want to buy it. But we got that real. That's people that's going to be with you for decades on. It's like family. So so I do have people in my customer. I feel bad, and I'm sorry. They're like, what happened to this and that product? And you don't want to disappoint on that scale because some people incorporate that into their family routine, and you're like, disappointing by taking that away. So start small. Definitely start small. What are your key products? What is it that you're good at? What sells all the time? and just focus on that. And you'll still be able to, you'll save money, you'll make more money. that's sometimes we think we have a lot, we'll make a lot. No, you spend a lot. So that's what.
Yes, because you got so scaling down and then and doing what you know you're good at and
Yes.
what it is, the special that you offer that is also missing from the marketplace, right? Like,
Yes.
but you only know that from the research. And you know, a lot of people, I know even myself, with some of the stuff I've done, I know better even because I got my master's in business. I know to do a research. And sometimes you just know, oh, I'm good at something, so I'm just going to start a business.
Yeah.
But that market research, even just doing a SWOT analysis, y'all, knowing the strengths and the weaknesses of your company internally, and then the opportunities and threats externally that will affect the way in which you can do business. That's so important. But so many people just don't. They're like, no, I'm gonna start me a hair care line. But if you don't research and see what else is out there, see how they're maneuvering and doing things, and where there's a space for you, you can't operate effectively.
Right. Because sometimes
go ahead. Sorry.
You do focus a lot on what I like as opposed to what your customers will like too.
Merge.
You know, you got to merge those two.
Yes. So, Now, what was it like when you got the first call from a major retailer? Wow. And did you approach them? Did you send out proposals and do that? Or was it they saw you and came to you?
They saw me. Okay.
Oh my God. So what happened, girl? What happened? This is so exciting. I get so excited about entrepreneurs. Like this is so great. Okay, so what happened?
It was like the third year into business that we got approached from a distributor. They're like, we follow you on social media and we saw that your products are highly in demand. Back then, it wasn't really social media, I could say. It was forums, hair care forums. So for people who are on here who are used to the online hair care space, you know about the long hair, black hair, long hair website. That was like the big Black girls. So that was like a hair forum where thousands of women all over the world would go in and comment on hair schedules, hair types. That's when the natural hair explosion, happened. So everybody wanted a space. Then there was Fatki. That's another website that was initially, that was like the Instagram of the website, of the web game. So it was like you take pictures of your hair growth and the journey and everything like that. But that is where women communicated about hair care. So that's where the distributors and all of these big retail store spaces found us. So distributor contacted us and was like, we see you, we see the demand, and we want to carry your products. And we had our meetings and stuff, and then they were like, well, these major retailers are in the business now that they've seen the space. And natural hair actually played. The sales for chemical processing and perms have declined, and natural hair products are on the rise. We see a lot of people online and Etsy and all of these other places making a lot of, a lot of sales and everything. So these big retailers wanted a piece of that, So the distributors came knocking, and I was a little bit intimidated at first. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna really have to get my stuff in together because, like people who are good at cooking, right? When you cook, you just kind of sprinkle your seasoning when your soul feels that's enough, right? And salt, you stop with the garlic powder, when to stop. So with me, that's how I was with hair care, because I was DIYing as a teen. Like my mom was like, no, I'm not buying you Neutrogena and all that. So I was always DIY, and I was using eggs and mayo and everything, but I had a lot of trial and error experience then. So when it came to formulating products and doing my research and stuff, I ended up being actually good at that. So I didn't really write down. I wrote down my ingredients, but I didn't write down a formula. So I had to get real. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be in a retail space, and they require that you have to have gotta have percentages, you have to have all of that in the language and all of that they use. I could be like shea butter, but in Latin terms or whatever, the retail space, you gotta use the actual Latin term of it. You can't just say shea butter and all that. So, and even water, you gotta say aqua.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was intimidating, but I was like, I am very resilient because I believe so hard. Again, whatever y'all want to do, just believe in yourself, because it becomes easier to believe in yourself when you are hardcore passionate about what it is that you offer or you bring. I knew that my marketing game, especially my creativity, was on high. Because if I'm impressing myself, then I know I'm impressing other people. So that was for me. So I was like, okay. So I had to get, that's when see, you learn as you grow, because I'm still learning too anyway. So that's when I had to do more research into like getting my formulas on, and together and stuff like that. So I didn't jump on it right away, but I didn't waste too much time because I didn't want to, I'm like, okay, there's a need, so let me get into it. So I was like, let me get this stuff really, down packed, get my formulas together, and what it's going to cost to scale on that magnitude. How is it going to look? I mean, bringing on more people, because then it was just me and my family. It was like my son. He was a teen now. He's in his 20s. He's actually still with the business. So it was just us. So it was like, you gotta bring on other people to help. You gotta learn payroll. You gotta learn taxes. Sometimes you're like, oh, I'm gonna do my taxes. It's just an afterthought. But no, it has to be like embedded in your business, as so all of that took place around that time. So yes, and our first major retailer was Target. So we
and, oh goodness, it gets no more major than that. It's like you didn't say, oh, I was at the corner store next to the barbecue potato chips.
Yes, that's the number 2
major retailer.
Yes, we were like,
oh my.
Woo,
Wow.
they did place us in beauty supply stores, but Target was like the number 1 major one. And that was like,
they
contacted us because we got in, like, we were around the time when they were just like really like looking for natural hair products to dominate their hair, their natural hair space. And that they knew that was the niche that they wanted to focus on. And we were right there in that time. So, we weren't one of those, but then that was also another lesson. Just because you are on major retail shelves doesn't mean all the work is done. You get to sit back and relax. No.
Right. Because I think you just can't. What I'm hearing from you is that those of us that want to be entrepreneur, I hope y'all are listening. You cannot be lazy. And what you put in is what you get out. When you reap what you sow. So if you're lazy, and there are people that reach out to me and I'm like, well, did you register your company as an LLC? Yeah. Did you get your business licenses? Are you making sure that you really know what ingredients are in what you're doing?
Yes.
What does your marketing proposal look like? Do you have a press kit? It's just so much involved. But if you go about it the lazy way and don't set things up right, in the long run, oh my goodness, that won't be good for you.
You will pay for it. Because we had a marketing idea. We didn't have a solid marketing plan. So we got into it. So that was a lesson that I learned, but I'm grateful to have gone through that, because now, we're able to maneuver through the retail industry good. But Target stores actually ended up not keeping our products on shelves. We did have lots of customers in the beginning. They were like, yes, we going, they supported. But then you're like, okay, the work is done. No, it's not. It's an ongoing. Your marketing plan has to be
market.
Gotta, always market constantly. You gotta put money out to market, on all social media platforms. You gotta go out there on the ground. You have to, go to all the major trade shows to keep your brand present in customers' mind that you're actually on a shelf. So while we're having sales, I want it to be fun and have sales on my website every month, I'm taking away from customers purchasing in person because they wanted to save $1 on my website. So those are things you learn over time. So I was
taking go direct to you versus buying in the store.
Exactly.
It's so much.
So, well, you don't know until you go through it.
You know.
So we're still online, but we're just not in stores right now. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're in stores at Rite Aid and we're in stores at CVS. We learned our lesson, So
isn't that so nice the way that just rolls off the tongue? Oh, we're in Rite Aid. Oh, we're in CVS. Oh, just like y'all can just go get my stuff in the big old stores, honey. That's so brilliant. It's so brilliant. So look, I know our time is winding down here because I know I have Grace coming up, but I wanted to talk to you in particular about some of your products. First, let me ask you, so is natural hair here to stay, or in 10 years will the young girls be putting relaxers back in their hair? What are we doing?
Hair is here to stay. Just like natural beauty is here to stay.
Yes.
Like that means everything from natural skincare and natural, bath and body stuff. That is here to stay. Now, even more so, because the focus is on being more healthier, how to boost your immune system. That was, the green idea of beauty was around a decade ago, but now the focus and attention on that is even more prevalent, because it matters what you do put on your hair and skin. Our skin is our largest organ that affects our immune system. Now with COVID-19, we're not even the government, the healthcare industry, the CDC, they're not even sure exactly how we get it, how long it stays,
Right.
who gets it, what, So the best bet, I always say, is to boost your immune system, and that's key. And it includes not only what you're intaking internally, but what you're putting on your skin and your body externally as well. So
Right.
natural hair products, and the natural beauty products, all of that matters. Your skin is your largest organ. Again, I think sometimes the focus is on what we take internally, like, your ginger and your lemon, and that does definitely happen. I mean, matter. But what you put on your body, your skin, your hair, that is very important.
That matters too.
Toxins can definitely get into your skin and your hair easily as well. So,
well, speaking of that, I know that you and I are doing a giveaway.
Yes.
So, everybody, she's doing a hair and body care bundle set we're going to give away. And what I'm going to ask everybody that's watching, we're giving away, I'm actually going to give away one here to a winner on my show, and then I'm going to do a contest specifically on my social media for the other one. So, okay. So we'll do that. But so y'all watching, if you want this, now Soul Tentacles is the bomb. Yes. What I want you all to do is do a screenshot of us together. We're going to pose for a little picture, screenshot it, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Instagram, hashtag Soul Tentacles, and hashtag Nightcap with Erica. So the show is airing today. I'll give you all week because the replays are going to happen, and I'll pick a winner next weekend, probably next Sunday. I think it's the 31st of May. So you got all week to watch this show, take a picture of us, put the hashtags up, and then I will pick a winner. Okay. Okay. So let's pose for them.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So let's pose. Y'all ready? Screenshot. Okay. They got it. Before you go, anything else that you want to say to to that Black girl that's just like, you know what, I really want to do this, but I don't have any money, I don't have any help, I don't have the resources, but I got a bomb ass idea, and all my friends, everybody loves it, and people are always begging me for it. Or it's coming out of a need they have themselves, and they know if I need it, I know others need it. What are any words of encouragement that you have for them?
I want to say to you to go for it. Do not doubt yourself. This is the prime time now for entrepreneurs. We are all kind of home-based right now, we're shifting into a virtual market. Everyone pretty much is going to end up working online. So whatever your gifts and talents are, hone in on that. Do your research and study what it is that you need to learn. And listen, you got to invest in yourself. There are going to be a lot of online teachers, online school, online education. You invest in that. Sometimes 4-year degrees does not work for the market that you're in, for your colleges and universities. So you're going to focus on the niche that you want to offer to the marketplace and invest in yourself. And then, you don't need a ton of money to start. There's so many tools and things that you can do, and I can't wait to offer that resource to up and coming product makers and people in the beauty industry, anybody doing handcrafted or anything. So I don't want to just keep that niche in the beauty industry. I definitely want to cater to moms and women pretty much, because I feel like women are about to take over the world. We are going to shift this world where it is going to be conducive for everyone to live in harmony. So eventually women will be in charge, but that's where my focus will be on. But definitely, please believe in yourself. That's number one. Believe in yourself. You know who you are. You know what you love, what you're passionate about, what you can offer, and people will gravitate towards that because they're going to be able to sense your authenticity. They're going to be able to sense you. And remember, every customer is not going to be for you, and it's okay. It is okay. There's how many million people are in the world, in this world right now. So you will find your core people, you find your core customers, and never think that an industry is oversaturated. Because I don't know if you've seen the examples online. There are how many bread companies, how many milk companies, and the food industry is probably the number one shopping industry online, or in person. So and no one stops. The people are still going to come out with new bread products and new milk products and new, bakery goods, baked goods. So don't focus on that. Focus on you, what you have to offer, your talents, your skills, and put it out there.
Yes. Ayo, we gotta toast our nightcap again.
Yes, thank
I
you.
just want to say I love everything that you are doing. You are just such a beautiful and brilliant Black woman. And I can't wait to see where you go next, to go from doing market research 7 or 8 years ago to now owning and operating a 7-figure company. Baby, if nobody has told you that you are bad and bad means good, you are bad. So it's awesome to see you. And I hope everybody, if you haven't bought some Soul Tanticles, go to the Rite Aid, go to CVS, go to the website and find out all the national chain stores where she is. We must support her and keep her brand going.
Thank you. Yes.
It's to love on each other and support each other and do our best to because now I need you to have an 8-figure company by next year. I'm challenging you for that. Yes, absolutely. And I will always be a supporter of yours. And I thank you so much for coming on my show and showing me love. Because as you know, as a new show and what I'm doing, sometimes it's hard to convince people that I'm worth your time. Come have fun with me. So I appreciate you saying yes.
I love the energy. Thank you.
Thank you. So, and I'll let you know who wins our giveaway. I'll let you know after a week from now.
Okay, perfect. Definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Thank you.
Good night. Woo, that was so nice. Y'all better go get Soul Tanticles. I'm telling you. I need to re-up because she has a coil pudding and it has my hair popping when I wear it. If you all have questions as you're watching, please put a question up and I will make sure that our next guest, which is Grace, will get your question. So many of you all, once you saw that I had her on the show, were writing me like, first of all, oh my God, how did you make that happen? But I'm not giving y'all my secret to my sauce. Then you were like, oh my God, I just ordered a turban, or everybody was going crazy. And I'm like, I don't even know if the women that are working in this industry know that they are rock stars and that they have a fan base. Usually you don't think of entrepreneurs having fans, but people were going crazy when I put the promotion up that I was going to have Ayo and Grace on the show. So with that being said, wait, let me show you why everybody goes crazy for Grace. First of all, she's absolutely gorgeous. But it's the slap. Listen, do you see? That's her turban that she's actually wearing right there. Do I have a picture of one? Slaps. I'm back. Are y'all still there? This internet, okay. Here we go. I wanted to show you one of Grace's headbands. And here we go. Yes, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I want to welcome to the show Grace Eleyae. Here you go. Grace, forgive my technical difficulties here.
No worries.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, you're so gorgeous. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I am a ride or die fan of yours. And actually, I was trying to find it. I did a rant online one day because I was wearing my slap and I went swimming and I would always put it on afterwards. And I lost it at the pool, at the gym.
No.
and I lost my mind. I was so mad. But then when I put my rant up, people were commenting like, "Girl, you will go crazy over a slap that day." Everybody understood my pain. And I was gonna find a way to play it for you, but I'll have to tag you on it later.
Please do.
Yes, I'm so excited about you and your company. I have to ask you, like, how did you? I know a little bit of the backstory, but I want everybody to know, how did you get started? Like, what inspired you to do the satin lace cap?
So in 2013, I think, is when I'm half Kenyan and half Nigerian. Mm-hmm. And in 2013, I was visiting my mom's family in Nairobi, and we traveled from Nairobi, the main city, down out to the coast, and it took maybe 12 hours round trip. And at the time, I had chemically straightened hair. I heat straightened it every single day, and we were in a very hot climate. It was summer over there, mm-hmm. And so. And the there and back, my head was bouncing up against a headrest. And so I lost about this big, about like an inch and a half worth of hair right in the middle of my head. And I remember my mom actually telling me that the Kenyan heat is very dry and it's really dusty. So you're going to want to put on a scarf. And I was like, I'm on vacation. I'm trying to look cute. Right? Yeah. And so my cuteness, of course, won out. But my mom, I left that trip thinking there has to be a stylish way where I could feel cute even on vacation, to wear it and be out and still feel cute, like I look good. So, and that's kind of where it started, the genesis of all of it. I started thinking there has to be a stylish way to go to sleep and then wake up and run your errands without having to, take 15, 20 minutes just to do your hair.
Wow. So you actually hand designed the first prototype yourself, right?
I did.
But did you know how to sew and do that, or you just figured it out?
So at the time, I was taking sewing classes at night. So after work, I would come home and I would go to my sewing machine to practice, and then I was taking just at a local community college.
Okay.
So I did know how to sew it, and in one of my classes, I had learned how to sew an invisible elastic band, and that was the last piece that I needed to make sure that it actually stayed on the head, was that invisible elastic band. And so, yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So you have this idea because of your own issue that you experienced traveling with the hair breakage. You make the prototype, and then did you ever dream, though, while you were doing that would become what you are today? I mean,
no.
Wow. So would you think you're just gonna make it for yourself and maybe give it to a couple aunties and friends?
That's exactly what I thought. My mom was the one who actually saw that it could be a business. I created the first prototype, and it was 100% in answer to a very real problem that I had in my own life. It was the solution. And so I thought I was going to make one for myself, make a couple others for friends and family. And it was my mom that said, I think this could be a business, and I was like, no, I got my, I was like, I got my plans. I got my career. At the time I was preparing to go to grad school.
Wow.
I think this could be something. And so she's the one that said, no, let's try. So.
Oh my goodness. So then I'm assuming you probably had friends try it, family try it. And then what was the feedback from them?
Yeah, so they were my first customers, and they were my first focus groups. So my family were the ones that came back to say, maybe it was too tight, or maybe it could be a little bit longer, and they gave a lot of different suggestions as to how to what you now see today came from a lot of the feedback that I got in that time.
Okay, now I'm assuming though you, first of all, trusted the people that were giving you the feedback, but you also had an open mind and listened and didn't have easily hurt feelings. Or did you get defensive? Because because when something is your baby, it's just like somebody telling you your baby is ugly. It's like, no, I want to hear what you have to say. Yeah. But so how did you handle that? Because I'm going to assume the more we allow the right criticism to come in and we fix things, and the more successful we will be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So did anybody hurt your feelings?
Oh, plenty. So, it's funny. It's such a good question, because I think that it's important to have people around you who can give you that constructive feedback and who also know and know your heart at the same time, because I was also getting feedback and criticisms that was not that constructive. There were moments where I would, I had friends that I would give it to, and they're like, "Yeah, I wouldn't wear that. That's not really my thing. You should do it more like this." And I would come home, or I would go to my mom's house, and I'd say, "Let's completely change the design. It should be like this." And especially my mom and my younger sister, they were the ones who were like, "What? No, this is that. You're on the right track. You have a good track. Let's keep going forward, and we'll get more feedback from it. It won't be for everyone necessarily. Just keep going, And so there were feedback, like I said, that was very constructive. And then there's also the feedback that I had to guard myself from. You kind of have to know where are you going and stay on that road,
Right. Because there are some people that are just not going to get it.
Yeah.
And it's understandable because it's your vision. It's not theirs. So they're not going to get it. They're not going to understand it. But I hope everybody is hearing Grace say, just keep going. Stay focused and true to you and who you are. So you've done the testing and now the product is really out selling to people. How did it feel like when the bloggers and influencers started writing about you and reviewing you and speaking your praises for your little small invention that you made really for yourself? Like, how did that feel?
It was actually really cool, and it took a lot of time to get to that place. So I made the prototype in February of 2014, and in May or so is when we decided to actually do a full run, right? A full run of a small amount of units. And so we emailed, like when we finally launched, I think we emailed about 100 different YouTubers and bloggers or so, and got responses from 3.
Wow.
I know.
But I bet you they're reaching out to you now.
Right?
I know. Everybody want to get slapped now. Yeah. Right. But I guess, like they say, there was a rapper back in the day that was like, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all up on me. I was catching the vapors. I know a lot of entrepreneurs go through that. But, so continue. So
Yeah, and so one of those responses said, "No, I'm not into this." Another one said, "Maybe I've never heard of sleeping with satin, but go ahead and send it to me." And the last one said, "Not now, maybe a little bit later." And so we were like rejoicing at the idea of getting 2 or 3 different sales in a day, right? And all of a sudden in mid-October, we had 25 sales in one day. And I was like, whoa, where did this come from? And then the next day was 50 sales. And then we did this little spike until we kind of petered back out again. And we finally saw that all the traffic was coming from one website, and it was the one influencer who said, maybe, and go ahead and send it to me. I've never heard of sleeping with satin before. And that's how we kind of discovered, like, oh, okay, this influencer thing is such an amazing opportunity to get the word out there. And so we use influencers all throughout 2015 to help grow the business.
Wow. You know what? You just said a word. It's like, don't worry about the no. Some no's are not right now. They're not no forever.
Exactly.
But keep it moving, because everybody's not going to be on your team or get it. And don't take it personally. I know for me as an artist, I don't anymore. But there were times when I go out for a movie, or I'm going out for something and I don't get it. Then I'm like, oh, they didn't like me, or it was because of the way I looked, or I wasn't this or that. Don't take it personally. Just go to the next until you find the yes.
Exactly.
The yes is what we're looking for. Don't worry about the no's.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
But I think just like I was saying with Ayo, who also is Nigerian, by the way. I don't know if you and she have ever met. Yes.
No, we haven't.
So her parents are from Nigeria, but she was born in the US.
Great.
But she said she took a lot from Nigerian culture in creating her product line. But I just think you have to be a strong person to step out there to be an entrepreneur anyway. So if you're going to put all your heart and soul into it, you cannot let the no's knock you off. You got to keep moving.
Totally.
So when did you have your first big break? When is it when you sat and maybe had that first cry, like, damn, this is crazy? What was that
You
moment?
know, so a lot of people for the first couple of years would tell me, oh, I saw someone on the street wearing the slap, and I hadn't seen one personally, someone wearing our products, but by myself, randomly. I don't know the person on the street and see our product in public. And the first day that I did see that was like, dang, this is pretty cool. That's a slab. I think I even took a picture with the girl. I think I scared her. I was like,
right. Oh my gosh.
But I think that was a really cool moment. And then of course the celebrities that have embraced it as well, from Viola Davis and Gabrielle Union. When we see those, every single time is a little party in the office, because it's still amazing. I still am in awe of it.
Yeah. What I honestly love about your product the most, for one, it looks like it's made with love and care. It looks like it's coming from somebody that loves us, that cares about us, like that best friend is like, girl, we got to get your hair together. It's falling out the back. It's not moisturized, honey. Put this hat on.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So it feels like it's coming from a good place on your part, with the right intention. But also, to me, I think they look remarkable because they look so high end. And then it's like you have created a luxury product. I don't know if that was on your mind to do, but I feel like a lady when I wear a slap, right? I don't feel like a downtrodden, broke comic. I feel it's like it makes you it just has a certain look and feel. Everything about you is just so elegant. The website, everything. So I love it. And
thank you so much.
It's cool to see a Black woman with a company like yours come into the marketplace and it be with such an elevated aesthetic. So was that done on purpose, or is that just you? You look like a classic, by the way. You look very classic.
That's sweet. Thank you.
I'm assuming that it's just an extension of who you are. Or are you this wild girl behind the scenes and we just product? But you're like, let me put out this classy turban.
Yeah, right. No, a lot of it is my sister, who runs all of our marketing. She's done all of the branding, and from the beginning, we wanted to bring a very elevated look to the community and in general. We've been wanting to just elevate the brand, and so we were very intentional in really making sure that this was a luxury brand that would, our goal is to make confidence look effortless. That's kind of how we phrase it. We want to make products that help, that take the sweat out of the hustle, that make it easier to exude confidence.
Mm-hmm.
That was our goal.
You're doing that. Kudos to your sister. Let her know.
I will.
Great sister.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what I know, your product line started with the slaps.
Yep.
You moved on to, was there headbands, the next product that you rolled out?
The next one was a scrunchie, I believe.
Scrunchies. Okay. Yep. I don't think did I get a picture of the scrunchies? Let me see. I want to show everybody. And now you have the turbans.
Yeah.
Everybody's going crazy for.
Yeah.
And that's perfect for me. I actually have one on the way to me now, right?
Oh,
so
nice.
Yes. So I was hoping it would be here by yesterday. So I was going to wear it with you, but that's okay. When I get it, I'm going to wear it on the show.
Great.
But that's perfect for a person like me, because I shower, I'm a swimmer, I'm a beach girl. I love to do all those things. And a turban is perfect. What made you decide to do that product?
Yeah, no, we at the time, turbans were just kind of coming back into style.
Yeah.
And we had a goal of making sure that everything that could go on the head, we provided an option that was also protective. And so it was like, it was a natural transition, also being from having parents from Africa, turbans are very, very popular, especially that Ankara, that wax print. And so I wanted to kind of incorporate that in the line. And so we decided to offer a satin line turban.
Yeah, I love it. And then you also have hats now.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I feel like, when I was a little girl, all we had was, your mama put a scarf on your head.
Right.
Every now and then, my family is real country from down south. They would cut the heel out of the stocking.
Nylon, yes, me too.
Okay, I didn't know. And we would put that on, and I'm like, so you have really these young babies, because I know you have a product line. You have a line that's specifically for children too. These babies don't know about those cutout stockings now.
They don't know the struggle.
Right, they don't know. Now because of you, we got babies, 7-year-olds walking around being very elegant with their hair. Yes, protect yourself. How important is it for us to really protect our hair? And what are the other things that come along with it? Because I was reading, I think on your website, that it's not protecting the hair isn't just even about the hair, it's about the skin and everything else that comes along with it. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, no. So I love satin because it doesn't necessarily put moisture into the hair, but it provides an environment for the hair to grow and maintain that moisture. And so it's important to first get adequate moisture. You don't want too much and you don't want too little. You know, we're very big on the idea that one woman's hair routine is not necessarily, there's no cookie cutter routine for every single person, you know. And so whatever works for your hair, do that, but then also protect it. And the way to make sure that you maintain the moisture inside of your hair is with something like silk or satin. And so we want to provide products that can help us both maintain hair and skin, because what ends up happening when we're sleeping on a cotton pillowcase or lying down against a harsh fabric like a couch fabric is that it sucks the moisture out of our skin and hair. And that's what causes dryness that leads to frizz and tangles and eventually breakage. And so it's really important to just protect the hair with something like satin. So
yeah, you know, so basically shopping from you, buying your products is a part of self-care.
Yes.
And we all need to do more of that. I know I do. I need to take the time to put that love into myself, you know, because then that just makes you operate so differently.
100%.
You know, and that's also why I wanted to do this particular theme for the show was modern day Madam C.J. Walker. Yeah. You know, everybody was talking about the film that came out, I think last month or month before last, it's Self-Made.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't think about the fact that during that time, she and other people like her were revolutionary because we didn't have access to water and soap and you know, hygiene. So Black women were dealing with so much hair loss, with other bacteria and infections. I didn't think about that. So it was like she came to fulfill a need, and not only she changed Black women's lives. And in that same way, entrepreneurs like Ayo and you are doing the same thing. You saw a need and found a place to enter the marketplace where we were not being serviced. Are changing people's lives. How does that make you feel, knowing that not only are women looking beautiful, but you're full on boosting women's self-esteem by wearing the products?
No, I think it's amazing. It feels great. Like, I love the feedback that we get. I love our customers because between just the love and then the feedback that we get is just incredibly inspiring. It makes me so happy that we ended up doing what we did, you know. And I think that this is such a fun day and age to be living in, because we can go directly to our customers. You know, back in the day, you know, it had to be that you entered into a room that was difficult to get into in order to get into stores that were difficult to get into in order to get any kind of distribution. But now with e-commerce and stuff, now we can, and social media, we can talk directly to our customers, we can sell directly to our customers, and we can get direct feedback right away and implement that feedback on our next, you know, manufacturing runs, you know.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, thank God for technology. Sometimes technology gets on my nerves, but then like what you just said is like, no, thank God for it, because it's allowing a whole new crop of entrepreneurs that are getting out there doing things that probably wouldn't have had an opportunity before. There's some people writing things to you over here. D. Ray says, I understand. I lost a slap too. Don't, man. Lose a slap, man. I mean, I was so angry because I know, let me tell y'all, I know this white girl in the gym stole my damn slap. I know she was watching me. She had made the comment about how cute it was and all of that. And then it's gone, girl. It's cool. And I never saw her again at the gym. But I was so upset upset because you can't put it on. And when you're having a bad day, there's no such thing as a bad day now because we can rock the flap. And it just elevate. It looks so good. So yeah, thank you, D-Ray. Let's see. Teslin wrote, "I'm in love with her turbans, headbands, and slaps, and the added protection with the satin is perfect."
Thank you, Teslin. Cool. Thank you so much.
Someone has a question for you. They want to know, do you have someone or can you recommend about how to handle trademarks and patents? That's a good question, especially since you created your prototype.
That's a great question. So we do have some patent attorneys that we worked with in the past, and for trademarks, we just went through I think just LegalZoom for trademarks, and they came back just fine. Patents are a much longer process, and there was a decision that we had to make between getting the product out quickly and taking the time to actually get a patent created for the product. And of course there's danger in the latter. But we actually, because we didn't have, and patents also can be relatively expensive, and that's part of what was the driving factor for maybe we should just launch quickly. So we didn't, on the original slap, we never got the patent because of speed and because of that same reason, which was, we also used to kind of joke that Jesus is our patent lawyer.
Yeah.
Is our
oh my God! Well, you can't be in better hands,
right?
Well, I mean, because I do see copycats, because even once I started creating the promo for this show on my Facebook, all these other turbans and caps started popping up because they saw me using your name. It's so weird the way technology watches us. But the thing is, the difference is the level, the quality that you're offering. It's different than just going to your corner beauty supply and getting a turban. Like this baby is a turban. You come out like Nigerian royalty, honey. When you I'm like, I told Ayo, I'm getting a Nigerian husband. So when I go to Nigeria, I'm gonna rock one of your turbans and
do it. Yes,
Nigerian princess. Yes. So I guess we can't worry. Should we be fearful of copycats?
So I grew up playing sports, so competition kind of drives me. I'm kind of like, okay, we'll just do it better, so that I don't recommend that for everyone, but at the same time, there's opportunity to tweak one aspect of a product. When we really looked into it, there's opportunity to tweak one aspect of a product and then release it still, right? And so we've waited now a year or so to really get all the paperwork back and get the patent pending items. And then at the same time, all they have to do maybe is change one stitch line or fold it differently, and it's now a different product, and they can now release it. So it was a decision that we had to make relatively quickly because we wanted to launch faster. And once you've been selling for a year, they don't allow you to patent it anyway. So we ended up not patenting the original slap.
Wow. Yeah. That is so interesting. Okay. Well, I thank you for staying on so long with me. I do, before you go, though, want to ask you, there are a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs that are watching this right now. So many people, and especially ones that are product based, they have something. They're going to get out to the masses. What 2 or 3 things, quick advice can you, like some solid things, like do this, don't do that, that will help them?
Yeah. So one thing is just start. So a lot of people are like, I need to get a perfect sample. I need to have my business cards. I need to get an office. But I always just say, just start somewhere. If you feel like you don't have a lot of the capital, if you feel like you don't have the right resources yet, I always say that you have something. You can start with something. You can start somewhere. For us, I started by making them myself on a at-home Singer sewing machine, and we would sell them on Etsy, and do one-offs. We didn't know anything about advertising at the time. We didn't know anything about. I barely knew, from one sewing class how to sew the slap. But I started somewhere, and then I always encourage entrepreneurs, start somewhere. get feedback. The user are trying to hold things close to the vest, and I understand that it's your baby, but I want to encourage everyone out there to get started. If you have it, show it to someone, get some feedback, make the adjustments, and then start researching. What do I need in order to make the prototypes or the samples, and to get it out, to begin, just to start. So that's one. I would also say to keep going after you started. It's kind of tandem, but there's a quote that I love that's fear and faith have the same thing in common, in that they both require you to believe something that hasn't happened yet. And a lot of times, I know I should let it sit for a second, or say it one more time for people in the back. But a lot of times we'll get stuck with analysis paralysis, and in my journey, even I've come to times where it felt hopeless. And I always say, find the hope in every situation. There's everything can be bombarding you, with fear, but this fear is wasted, is a waste of your imagination. Somewhere out there is the hope, and so I always encourage people. I think there was, in the Last Dance documentary, I just finished binging that, Michael Jordan said, why would you even think about missing a shot that you haven't taken yet? So I will just say,
that blew my mind when he said that.
Blew my mind.
I was like, you know what? That whole documentary.
I know.
A master class on entrepreneurship.
It was.
The issue with Scottie Pippen not being paid, obviously, what he was worth. That blew my mind.
I know.
Because a lot of times, even as women, we're always told that there's like wage inequality, and that, a man will go in and have the same thing as you, but maybe not even be as good as you, but get paid more. So for me to see a man at his level, the top of his game, being non-disposable, you could not have the championship team without him. And the fact that man was making less money than some dudes riding a bench somewhere, I couldn't believe it.
I know. It just tells you how much, when you see your worth, other people will see your worth. Other people will pay you that. So no, for real, that was good. That was a great documentary.
It was so good. I was like, I'm not a sports person. I don't know anything about sports. The only thing I know about sports are which players are cute. I know that, and which ones are single and married. So if they happen to come to town, I could say, hey, while I'm rocking my slap. But I don't know anything about sports. So for me to be that engaged, like every Sunday, I was like, oh, I gotta watch The Last Dance. I was like, man, I wonder if it was having the same impact on others. So it's cool to hear that even somebody like you saw that.
It was phenomenal. I would recommend it to, you're right. It's great for entrepreneurs. It's a great of overcoming of, it was great. It was phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, somebody just wrote, they just bought 2 slaps.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome. So what's next for you in your career? What do you see? Because I feel like you are gonna conquer the world.
Amen.
What are you thinking of?
So we're really looking forward to creating more products to do the same thing, which is make confidence look effortless. Our goal from the beginning, it started kind of accidentally, but it became our goal is to do that thing, which is make confidence look effortless. And so between our fall line coming out this October to moving down the body, and maybe coming out with a couple of loungewear pieces that we're really excited about. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Yes. Make sure when you do it, don't forget us plus size girls. Great.
Definitely, we will.
Yeah, any loungewear you wear, I will rock it, because it's gonna probably look like something that could be on a red carpet, but it'll be loungewear. So please make sure that you got the big girl sizes. I will forever support you. I do also want to ask you, I need to get some Nigerian parents. Is your mom from Nigeria? Because
my mom's from Kenya, but my dad's from Nigeria.
Because my Nigerian friends, they are killing it. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know if there's something in the egusi or the fufu. I don't know what it is, but I've never met somebody that is Nigerian that is not amazing. And I know there's a Nigerian comedian. I can't think of her name right now, and I know her. But she makes a joke about Nigerian parents either want you to be doctor, lawyer, engineer. You got to be a doctor, a lawyer, or engineer. Don't come with any other thing. So how do your parents feel about your entrepreneurship and you technically still an engineer the way you engineered the slaps, but
that's nice. I'll tell my parents.
Don't call you an engineer. You're a hair engineer. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, right.
What are they saying about the trajectory of your career? Is it a very sit back, so proud? What is that dynamic like when you come from a culture maybe that wants doctor, lawyer, engineer? You're a mogul.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because once the success happens, everybody's happy. It doesn't matter. It's the moment when I changed my major from pre-med to marketing.
Girl.
That's a little different,
my goodness.
So that I think that my parents are still very supportive. They wondered why and like, what are you going to do with that? It's not as secure. And I graduated around the time of the Great Recession. So it was just a lot of, questions going into that. And the community, I would say the community was more questioning than my own parents. My parents were actually pretty supportive. But the community was very much like, what's Grace doing? It's like, don't worry, she'll be fine. And eventually she was.
You are more than fine. And because of that, I want to salute you. What are you drinking? I forgot to ask you.
I do. I have a nice little Moscato.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Of course. Well, I just want to say cheers to you. You definitely
so much.
Beautiful. Be effortless. And it's not just the beauty of your products, your beauty as a person radiates from within. Like I adore everything about you and what you're doing. So I just want to hope you keep going to the pinnacle that is just out of this world.
Thank you
to have started this company around 2013 to now it being I believe I read a multi-million-dollar enterprise. You don't have to give us exact figures, but that, Grace, I hope you know that is freaking crazy. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, kudos to you. And
thank you.
Hopefully everybody in the world will continue to keep slapping each other with a slap. Your life is not complete without a good slap. Go by the website. And actually, your people, Grace, gave me a code. So it's Nightcap for 10% off. Nightcap 10. So you all go to the website and make sure you order something, get a slap. You got the 10% off code. I don't know how long it's gonna last, so you better jump and go do it now. And everybody support her. This is awesome. Any parting words you want to say, Grace?
Just thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting the brand for the last now 6 years. You guys are all amazing. And yes, cheers.
Cheers, Grace. Yes. I can't wait to see what happens next. And thank you so much for taking a chance on my little show.
Oh, my pleasure. This was fun. Yeah,
thank you. I didn't even drink. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day weekend. And hopefully one day next week I'll be rocking my I ordered a turban. So I'll be rocking it next week.
Oh, great. Yes, I'd love to see that.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Whoa, wasn't that so nice? It's so nice to start a new week, right? This is our Sunday night, and we're moving on to a new week to talk to some entrepreneurs that are doing great things. If you watch this and we're not inspired, I don't know what's wrong with you. But I will say what we picked up was do the research first, do that market research, know where you can enter the marketplace, and make sure you focus on streamlining your product offerings so that it's not all over the place. Bring it on down to not only what you're good at and what you're passionate about, but also what your customers want. It makes no sense to create something that you love and then everybody else tells you it ain't worth your time. Because what you're gonna do is make it and sell it to yourself and buy your own shit. Don't get high on your own supply, y'all. So yeah, do the market research. Make sure that you streamline and start small, especially when you're first starting off, and be conscious of those kind of situations and keep going forward through the no's. To me, that's what I picked up from both of these women tonight. Like, to keep pushing forward. Don't worry about the no's. Focus on the yeses. Believe in yourself and make it happen. So for those of you all, if you enjoyed the show, reach out to me. Let me know if there were some questions I should have asked I didn't get to. I was just so excited. All of you all that know me, that are friends, know that when it comes to entrepreneurship, especially Black female entrepreneurs, I get very excited about them. And I love to show love. So don't forget that Ayo with Soul Tentacles is doing a giveaway with me. I'm giving away a hair and body care kit from this show. So if you did the screenshot of me and Ayo together, you may have to go back and rewind, get the screenshot, share it on Facebook and Instagram, hashtag Soul Tentacles, also hashtag Nightcap with Erica. And by next Sunday, May 31st, I will pick a winner. So as you replay this show, keep watching. People that replay it and watch it all during the week, you can still enter. I just will make a decision by the 31st of May. Also, as we know, with Grace Eleyae, you can also go to the website and it's 10% off with the promo code Nightcap10, which is very nice of her to do that. Before we go, y'all, want to shout out again first, as an entrepreneur, if you enjoyed the show, tip your stripper, please, Miss Pound Cakes. Some people have tipped me the last 2 days, and I was like, oh, this is what strippers feel like. It feels good for somebody to give you a couple dollars. But I'm fundraising to help me be able to put this show on and attract the kind of people we want to see to the show. So there's some things I want to do to spruce it up. I need new lighting. I need a backdrop. I need a new camera to go on my computer. And yeah, so that's why I'm asking for the tip, so y'all can help support my show. And those that have been tipping me, I'm going to shout you out probably next week. So not that you're doing it for a shout out. I understand that. People have said that to me. Don't say nothing. But I just want to show love. So yeah, you go to my Cash App or my Venmo. If you feel like it, if you don't worry. Spread the word about my show. That is the biggest thing that you all can do for me. Please share this episode. Tell people to watch it. If you're in entrepreneurship forums on social media, please share this episode with them so they can watch. If you know a top tier, amazing entrepreneur that you think it would be great for me to interview, please let me know, especially if you got to connect to them and can put me in touch with them. I'd love to do it. It doesn't have to just be Black women, everybody, white boys, white girls, some Asian men, whatever. I'm going to expand my show to include all others, but sometimes it's about us. And tonight was about us. Okay. Before we go, too, shout out once again to my small businesses that show me love. I got to say what's up to Surly Shirts. If you see that, my Kinky Girl t-shirt, that's so cute. You can go to surlyshirts.com, I think is the website, but you can also find him on Instagram at surly_shirts. So Rebellish, these custom made earrings, they have some gorgeous stuff. So Rebellish, my lips are from Poised Beauty. And this is a cute color too. Another Black female entrepreneur. Hey, that's cute. Oh, and my custom made glass I told y'all about. This woman made this for me. It has Swarovski crystals. How y'all say that? Swarovski, Starlight's lady. She actually made this for me. And it comes in this nice carrier case. Right? Ain't that some bougie stuff? And she told me, she gave me the certificate of authenticity so that I can claim this on my homeowner's insurance. Yes, because these are real crystals. While y'all hating, don't hate, participate, elevate, congratulate, don't speculate. I'm out of words. That's so damn cute. And this is a woman that just saw my show and loved it and made this for me. She's on the south side of Chicago. Go to her Instagram. But I'm going to have her come on the show sometime soon so she can talk to me about my glass. And, of course, shout out to Creative Click Cocktails right there. Okay, so that's me showing love to small businesses. Like I said, a lot of people just want a shout out or some love. It's not always about spending money. Of course, we love when you spend money, but spreading love is good. I hope y'all have a amazing Memorial Day tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves, but shelter in. Stay in. If you ain't got to go to work, if you ain't got to go do nothing, try to stay home to keep the people like me with compromised immune systems, like diabetes, so we can all stay safe. Okay? Some of y'all out here creeping, y'all nasty. I know what y'all been doing. Let me tell y'all, I put a Tinder profile up because one of the dating experts that was on the show is going to come back and critique my thing and wants to see what I'm doing. We're going to do that in June. So I had to make the page, but I have been tripping on all these Negroes asking me, what am I doing? Am I busy? Can they come through? Or can we meet up? I'm like, and do what? Exchange COVID? I don't want COVID. 19, 20, 21, nothing. Stay y'all nasty selves at home. I can't curse on this episode because I just interviewed 2 amazing entrepreneurs, and that would just bring the quality of this show all the way down. But y'all nasty. With that being said, I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. And next weekend, all of my shows are about the theme money, power, and respect, and how that affects us in our love lives, our sex lives, our careers, our spirituality. Money, power, and respect are 3 aspects that rule the world. So all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to be talking about those elements. And I got some interesting folks coming on, from pole dancers to dominatrix to pastors to entrepreneurs to financial experts. We're going to all talk about money, power, and respect, because those 3 things come into play in every aspect of our life, especially in the bedroom. Money, power, and respect, and whips, chains, all those things. Hey, it happens. Thanks for watching the show. I love y'all, and just stay positive, y'all. Stay healthy. Do your thing, and give me feedback. Let me know what you feel about the show today, and reach out to those entrepreneurs. They're both, Grace and Ayo are both on social media, so do that. But that said, good night, y'all. Hey, it's Erica from the South Side of the Chi, and I just completed the 2020 census. If you're not counted in, you'll be counted out. And I don't know about you, baby, but I want to be in, not out. What are you waiting for? Take the census. Go to 2020census.gov.